This conference will now be recorded.
All right, guys, welcome to week 4. You finally made it. Last week of color theory. In attendance is Ashley French and Austin, of course, and of course, Professor Penna. This week, we're going to do a package design. So here we have our live session. Same sort of routine. By Thursday, you're going to post what you have so far for your package design to a discussion board. I'll be available for a live critique at noon on Thursday. Then Friday, you're going to provide a peer with some feedback, and then you're going to Saturday finish up your package design, put it together in your entire presentation, and do another Spark presentation of your whole project, which will be sort of your final.
But were you supposed to share screens?
Oh yes, thank you for interrupting.
Thank you.
There we go. All right, so here we go. Live session today, critiques Thursday, provide peer feedback Friday, finish your package design Saturday, complete the entire project, put it all together in a fantastic presentation for Sunday. So if you've kept up to speed on everything so far, it should be kind of an easy week. You're really just doing the package design and adding that to your presentation. But of course, you're going to want to check everything over one last time, make sure it looks really great. I've provided samples of the final project video so you can sort of get a feel for that. And then you're done with color theory, believe it or not. So let's talk about package design. The reason we put package design in color theory is because color is so integral to packaging. If you think about when you go into the grocery store, it's the first thing that hits you, the color. And color for humans signifies a lot of things, including flavor. Some colors are very associated with a flavor, other colors not so much, and they mean other things to us. So like, is it lemon lime soda or is it pesticide? Depends on the green. It's also a bit of marketing, it's design, and it's color. So it all kind of comes together. So it's a good project for color theory. The trick is, I say this, is to identify with your category and yet stand out from the competition. So it's a bit of a paradox. It's like, be part of a group, but stand out as a member of that group. Sounds challenging, right? If you think of it like a person, this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's, physiological. People need food, water, they need shelter, they need to feel safe, they need to feel like they're a member of a group, they need to feel like they're a valued member of that group. Same sort of thing goes with packaging. So first of all, it has to house the product, has to hold it safe, keep it from the elements, whatever, keep it safe. And then it has to be part of a category like cookies or coffee or tea or soap, whatever it is, that's the social group. Then you want to be the best soap, the best coffee, the best tea. And self-actualization means it takes you home. They take it home and buy it. People enjoy it. Makes sense? This is a little confusing. I'm going over it quickly. Any questions on this?
So that pyramid is basically to help us build the package by addressing these various needs.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And, if you take it as a metaphor, it's like a person, it kind of helps you think it through, a bit of marketing and a bit of protecting the product all in one. So like I said, the key is to be different, but not too different. So here's some chocolate bars, 6 chocolate bars, same brand. Do these all look like chocolate bars to you?
No.
Which one does not?
The top 2 for me.
Top 2, yeah.
And the blue one and the green.
The blue one, yeah.
In fact, everything that isn't brown.
Is that true for you too, Ashley?
I know the first one that stood out to me was the black and red one. That's a little off-putting. Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah, so these are interesting designs, but they're not all in the category. For one thing, like I said, color sort of signifies flavor. And this blue color is not blue that we can think of. Blue is purple. In Star Wars, blue milk looks so weird to us. Like, well, that's not really a flavor. This one looks like chocolate, and this one has different. Some people say mint. Some people say maybe wasabi. Black and red, perhaps. This looks like
Green
Skittles.
tea.
Yeah, green tea, right? The green tea chocolate. So you got to be a little careful about standing out maybe too much. Here's some other chocolate bars. Now these use some unusual colors. Do they all feel like chocolate bars to you?
Yeah, those actually do, I think.
And I agree.
Can you figure out why? Like it still has this blue color that's not like it's kind of like that other one. But why does it still feel like chocolate?
Well, they all have that this sort of brown June, and I guess I don't know if that's a guy playing a flute or
The
what that
logo.
sign is yeah, the logo, and also especially with the purple and white, it sort of has a I don't know, like maybe a Willy Wonka kind of feel to it, like that sort of whimsical feel.
Yeah, it looks fun and it could kind of fun and festive a little bit.
Um,
The
for
logo
me,
looks like it's made of chocolate.
Right.
now that I can get on board with. That definitely does look like chocolate. But for me, I got a store named Wegmans nearby, and they have a ton of various chocolates that actually are like from around the world, and most of them have various patterns similar to what's in this picture, which is why I instantly identify, oh, that's chocolate. In fact, I know that's like gourmet chocolate because they're looking at 68% cacao or it's 70% cacao. That's when you get into like the
Yes.
advanced chocolate.
Yeah, and the design is actually quite nice on these, so it makes you feel like maybe it's quality stuff.
Exactly.
Here are some ice cream bars. Do these look
Oh,
appealing to you?
yes. Tease.
Yeah, they're using ingredients as a background, but they're sort of colorful and playful, and the bars themselves look pretty good. If you have a product that looks as good as that, you probably want to show it off.
Hmm. Using those bright colors does that well.
Yeah, the bright colors makes you feel fun and happy. It's not a serious kind of product. It's not, high nutrition. So fun is appropriate.
And I
This
like
one is
how
like,
the fruit. I like how the fruit shows what to expect from the bar.
yeah, like this one looks like prune and mint.
Yeah.
It also has a South Asian feeling, kind of Indian thing, which gives it a little exotic twist, which is nice.
Hmm.
If your product is like coffee, you wouldn't want to show coffee beans because they're not particularly pretty, but maybe a cup of coffee in a great situation is more appealing. You have to think about, like, if they're jelly beans and they're colorful, you'd want to show those. So you have to sort of think it through. Generally speaking, people don't like to see just ingredients of things. They like to see them completed. And if it's something pretty, you want to show it like this. So
Right.
here's popitas. These are like potato sticks. So these are kind of a fun, frivolous snack. They're not something you're going to like think seriously about. As
Did you just
so,
call it a potato stick?
yeah.
Interesting.
Why?
They're they're basically fried French fries.
Yes. Or potato chips that are in sticks instead of chips.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Shutting up. I get it now.
So yeah, so the thing is they're kind of fun. So the packaging's fun. It kind of has a lighthearted thing and it stands out from the crowd. If you think about like Doritos and all those other, this would stand out as being a little fun and different, a little more handcrafted maybe. To me, it looks like Adventure Time. Maybe
I
it's the
concur with
Adventure
that.
Time snack. All right, here's Firefly. So this is peach tea, and the visuals really give you this flavor sense, right?
I love the logo.
They're
It's a
using a
bottle with
pretty, yeah, the little fly bottle, yeah.
it's a bottle with wings. I love it.
Um, these illustrations are pretty nice, and they give you a good feeling about it, kind of good flavor feeling. I like these little tea boxes. They look like kettles. You can actually be pretty creative with this. Like for instance, this dog products, and they have this fire hydrant for shampoo, dog shampoo. Converse a few years ago, they were like going out of business, so they hired this company to do this new design, and they created like a vintage wine kind of box, which really sort of sparked interest in the Chuck Taylor shoe because it's a classic and it can't go away. So they they kind of brought it back to life and actually ended up Nike ending up buying the brand. So Nike owns Converse, in case you didn't know. There's a tags. So it adds a sort of element of quality and thoughtfulness when you have good design in the packaging that helps people believe in the product. This is from a website called Design Force Inc. Oops. And I'm actually going to copy this and paste it in the. You guys can go there if you want at some point. They do packaging for every major brand, and this is their list of what you need to do before executing design and color choices in packaging. First, you got to know what your brand stands for. Do you guys know what your brand stands for? Yes, of course
Yes.
you do. Yes, because you've memorized your creative brief. Who's your customer? Do you know who your customer is? Yes, because you did your target audience. What about the brand color included prompts a buy response from the targeted consumer? Well, this is something you want to think about. As I was saying before, if it's a really pretty, appetizing product, you'd probably want to show it. If it's not, and it's more sort of useful, or you want to show it being used, or show people using it who are happy and great, and what makes people want to buy it? What's the message? And then this one says, when you're going to a global audience, what do the colors mean in the different cultures? So we don't really go deeply into that, but you should know that colors mean different things in different cultures. So if you were going globally, you'd have to really think about that. Can a unique color be developed to support the brand? Of course, you have a unique color you've been assigned. How does the color and make the consumer feel? So you're thinking about, you might send this to people and get feedback on your designs. You want more emotional feedback, not design advice, but like, how do they feel about it? Do they like it? Is it make them want to buy the product? So you can try that out with your target audience, and you'll also get some feedback on the discussion. Lastly, if the retailer shelves a few items in the product line, this is if you had a line of products and they all sort of work together, but you're not doing that, so that's not really matter. So you're pretty much set up for professional package design. Let's look at some more examples. This is Monchoco, Artisan Chocolatier de Côte d'Ivoire. And what do you feel about this brand? Does it look like chocolate? Does it feel good?
I mean, it feels artisan. I don't know that it feels chocolate, but that could be because it's a close-up.
Yeah, here it is a little bit. So it's got a little bit of gold foil, kind of helps you make it feel like it's special. And it's got what I would call an illustrative pattern. So it's a pattern, it's an illustration, but it repeats, and it's people collecting cacao pods. But it has a sort of playful kind of homemade artisan feeling, maybe. But with a little bit of gold, kind of makes it upscale. Here's some more chocolate. You're gonna be sick of chocolate by the time we're done with this lecture. These are cacao pods that have been illustrated as if they're sort of made of chocolate. Actual cacao pods are not pretty, but this kind of makes them look good. And they added like a little mint leaf because it's for mint, or mandarin slices, or hazelnut. So they sort of played with it. And color is a big factor. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Sort of signifying the different flavors. But there's always some chocolate in the picture. And there it is as a set. It's like a set of books.
Nice.
Yes.
I have a question as far as so a lot of these brands, when you're talking about flavors or things like that, they use a lot of different colors. For our project, we have our 5 color palette.
Yes.
So if we were going to do something like that, I don't know that I'm going in that direction, but if we were, would it be best to just stay within those 5 colors and choose examples that fit into that, or would we go outside of our color palette?
You could expand your color palette. The thing with color palettes is to pick colors that work together. So you want to sort of be looking at them as a total. So yeah, you could add colors. If you see in this example, they have certain elements that are very consistent in the design, the type size, this box, the position of this and size of the illustration. And then they can use a lot of different colors. So there's a balance of consistency and variety, and that kind of helps it work. If you see in the next example, wait, I'll show you another example here. I'll jump ahead. Oh, wait, I missed it. Where is it? All right. You can use, I think I showed it last week. You can use a unifying color as a dominant and then have accents that are different for different flavors and things. Does that make sense, Ashley?
It does. If as we're doing our presentation, would we go back and redo our original, or leave that the same and just within our presentation point out that we expanded the color palette as we did the packaging?
No, go ahead and update it.
Okay, so update it to include more than 5?
Yes,
Okay,
that is permitted.
perfect.
I
Thank you.
had no idea.
Having less than 5 is not permitted.
Right.
It is color theory, so more colors, the better. As long as
Okay.
they work
Oh.
together and you have a system, you know.
I need
Got
to
it.
fix mine.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people did either 4 colors or they had 5 colors, and one of them was either black or white, and I say no black or no white. So
Part of my issue is that all my time learning about graphic design, I've always been told, use the least amount of colors possible. That way you save when you send it to print.
well, yeah, I would not say that's a principle of graphic design. That may be economics or something, but
It's definitely economics.
well, I'd say
But
if you can develop a solution that works really well and uses less color, that's fine. But what I'm trying to teach you is there's a strategy for assigning colors and deciding them. And when you're doing branding, color is essential, and 5 colors is typical.
so I should just find another 5th color.
That doesn't mean that everything you design has 5 colors in it.
No. But for this particular project, you'd like to see 5 colors.
Yeah, your palette should contain 5 colors that work together.
And I can't include black or white in that 5.
Correct.
Uh,
If you read the assignment, that's exactly what it says, I swear.
ADHD sucks.
All right, let's talk about this. This is Mama Mafia. They're a fast food place in Russia. They serve sushi, pizza, and burgers. And I love the logo. It's very simple, and you sort of get this persona, this character. I think it's like the old lady from the Goonies. And they're using sort of this illustrated pattern, but it's like a little fun, like goofy storyline with these cartoon gangsters having a fight. The Yakuza guy is making sushi. There's a squid with baseball bat guns. I don't know. It's kind of fun. The thing is, this kind of food, you know, it's fast food. It's kind of like not something you're gonna like think deeply about. It's kind of fun. So fun is appropriate. There's the pizza box. This one is candy. Now they took a picture, a photo of the candy, and it's not the prettiest candy, and they added illustrations with the photo, which is a cool thing to do, a nice strategy. They've got this logo that looks like it's drizzled in milk, kind of maybe, and vanilla fudge looks good. A nice pattern on the side. There's peanut brittle with little illustration pattern on the side again, and buttermilk. Clotted cream. And you see, it's this kind of illustrated pattern. They're like little illustration, spot illustrations that sort of form a pattern. It's kind of fun.
And the illustrations are related to the flavor.
Right. So they help tell the story. All right. Now I require your participation. So we're going to show you before and after products that were redesigned, and I want you to tell me what they did and why. And the first up is Luden's. There's before and then after at the bottom. What did they do and why?
Added more color.
Yeah, why did they do that?
Well, the first one isn't as appealing as the other one. As you said, you know, people love color. And the first one, it feels like everything's organized, it's placed where it needs to be placed. The sizes are just right, but it's like there's no flair.
Yes. Yeah. You agree, Ashley?
Yeah, it looks like maybe they darkened the colors a little bit or brightened them, maybe both, made them a little more vivid, and they also brought the flavor and the logo more to the forefront.
Yes. So flavor, am I dropping out again? Am I there?
No, you're fine.
All right. Flavor became way more important, and here there's not enough flavor, so they bumped it up. They added color, they made it bigger, they illustrated the fruit much clearer, and it's a lot more appealing from a flavor standpoint. And
They
clearly the
even
market changed a little bit.
Yeah, they gave it more attitude or emotion.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of reaching out to you. All right, here's Don Julio. Before on the left, after on the right.
Well, your turn, Ashley.
It actually looks like in both cases they've modernized it a lot. They sort of moved a lot of the text in the new version is a sans serif now, or a sort of a bold, maybe even a display font. And they also took a lot of the smaller lines and patterns and things and traded them in for sort of this silhouette of this Don Julio guy back here. And also, again, they made the colors a little more vivid and just basically cleaned it up some.
Yeah, that's a great assessment. And what's your feeling from what they've done? How does it make you feel differently about the product?
Well, actually, the first one kind of has this look of they both look traditional, but the before sort of has this look that it's like actually dusty from sitting on a shelf a little bit. The first one, like I said, is a little bit cleaner, but it still has that traditional quality feel.
Yes, I think that's exactly right. In fact, this one does look like I picture the old men sitting around smoking, drinking, and the new one kind of feels like, something at a beach resort.
Right.
Austin, are you at work? Getting a lot of background noise.
Sorry.
Couple things they did that you noticed, which is they cleaned up, like this agave plant behind the type is very distracting. It just looks like dirt. Here they put it in a little ring, separate. They added a little silhouette of Don Julio, which is quite nice. They've organized it better, and it just is a lot more legible and appealing. So
I feel like they organized it and simplified it by fading away the less important stuff
yes,
and adding more emphasis on the name and whatever reposado means.
Yeah, it means it's aged, or this is aged. Reposado means, I can't remember.
By just
I
getting
should
rid
know.
of all
Anyway,
that black was perfect.
here's Michael's Peanuts before and then Michael's Peanuts after. What did they do and why?
The new one sort of has more of an artisan feel, whereas the old one is more, I don't know, it brings to mind sort of like either a baseball game or like a vending machine, just something that you would see pretty much anywhere. And then the new one kind of has its own personality.
Yes, Ashley, exactly right. So this is what you get at Whole Foods, and this is what you get from a vending machine.
That Whole Foods one looks like they're taking themselves a lot more seriously, trying to put it out there that we're not just messing around. This is some really quality peanuts, and the bag's bigger.
Yeah, there's actually more information, but it's kind of selling you more. So if you notice the word farm here and the word farm here, clearly they're pushing the farm aspect.
Right.
They even put a tractor and all that, so that somehow everyone knows peanuts probably come from a farm, but somehow they're emphasizing it. Makes you feel like they're special.
It makes you feel like they might be a little bit healthy too,
Right, exactly.
even with all the oil and salt.
Yeah, they're deliciously salted too, by the way.
Right? Just the right amount.
Milk, here's before and then after.
First one looks like it came from Kellogg's. Just quick glance, and that's not good.
Yeah, the Kellogg's red logo. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. The second one looks a lot better. I mean, it's clearly Anchor, and they're calling their milk pure cream. Okay.
Well, this is cream and this is different varieties, but most people look at this, they say it looks like detergent.
I'd go with that too.
It does.
I think this is a case where the color cues are kind of off kilter because most milks use color to signify the different fat content, but this one is sort of off the rails. So it's not really a fair comparison because it's all cream, but it does look like detergent. All right, here's lasagna before and then after.
Well, the lasagna in the second one just looks more delicious, first of all, and they
Oh,
they kind of modernized that checkerboard tablecloth look that they were going for.
yes, yeah,
It's a little more. The second one's a little more dramatic with the black and red as well. It's more eye-catching.
yes. Yeah, clearly, Ashley, you've nailed it. The red packaging versus blue packaging, what do you think that does?
Entices hunger.
Yeah, this feels a little more food-like, right?
Changes the how the way you look at it entirely.
Yeah, like Kraft macaroni and cheese uses blue,
Yes.
so that's kind of like low end and not, and this is more high end gourmet. And the photo makes a huge difference. Like this looks like school lunch, and there's Gourmet Magazine.
Their new packaging is basically screaming, "We're not messing around."
Yes.
This is some quality stuff.
All right, next up, water. This is before and then after. This is a close-up of the label, if you see it.
Sometimes you don't need too much color to get your point across.
Mm-hmm. But a little of that deep blue and then some silver ink with this insignia kind of help, huh?
Absolutely.
So what do you think about before and after on this one? Better?
Much better.
How much do you think this is per bottle?
Less than $1.
How much for this one?
I'm looking at $5. Just
You agree,
for a single
Ashley?
bottle.
I don't know if I'm paying $5 for it, but I'm definitely over $2.
But it looks like one of those bottles you'd see in the market, and it's like, this is how much they're asking for. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending that much for water.
Yes. So the difference, though, between like $1 and $5 is design.
Right.
Design adds value. And so as a designer, when you go work for a big company, you're adding value to the bottom line. You bring more profit in by better design. This one looks like pool chemicals to me.
Agreed.
Let's get that. I don't know if you guys have seen the Springtime brand of a water, but it kind of looks exactly like that.
I think I
On the
have.
left, it looks like the
Yeah.
left side.
Yeah, and it's like 89 cents.
Yeah, right. All right, beer. This is before and then after.
They've added again more information here, but they've modernized everything and cleaned it up, and it just has elevated it.
Yes, exactly. You're giving great analysis, Ashley. I appreciate that. This one, like this red ribbon, it's like sort of floating in front of the gold ring, and why, I don't know. And when you look here, the big word is India, which isn't the focus. In fact, it's India Pale Ale. It shouldn't even be separated from the rest of the phrase. The logo is like anemic and weak. Here it's powerful, it's centered. India Pale Ale has the right appropriate sort of hierarchy. And yeah, they added information, but since it's organized and well designed, you can put it there. All right, this is not great design. This is Rice-A-Roni. The reason I'm showing you Rice-A-Roni is because this box has everything that could go on a package in one package. So I don't recommend that you go crazy like they do, but I'll just give you an example of the kind of thing that you can do. So first you have to figure out, where's my primary display panel? And that's the front of the box that faces the consumer when it sits on the shelf. So this is where all the selling goes on, where you're really trying to entice people, you know, wherever you would see Captain Crunch smiling at you. When you break this down, here's what you got. A logo is dominant. You've worked so hard on your logos, now you're going to show it off. Let it be the big thing on the front. A descriptor line. This tells the consumer something about your product that makes it unique. In this case, they have two descriptor lines because they're Rice-A-Roni and they've got to sell you. So long grain wild rice, tender long grain, and wild rice with herbs. Yum. Ingredients. Almost everything has to have ingredients, unless it's just coffee or tea, plain tea. But you should put some sort of ingredients. You're going to add that yourself. Net weight. This has to go on the front and it has to be clear. I always tell people, if I have to design something, I have to have something there, I put it on first. Because the worst is when you design something and it's beautiful and now, oh, I forgot the net weight. I got to add that and it looks terrible. They also have nutritional facts. If a product has any sort of nutritional value, you have to put that, and you can go get one online. Barcode, you might be supplied that, but if you have to get one, it's not a big deal, but that goes underneath or in the back. And then directions. So in Rice-A-Roni's case, it's a simple two-step process. Your product may not have directions, but you can tell some sort of story about it. You can bring up some interesting facts about it. You could tell the history, show a picture of the farm where it comes from or something to sort of intrigue people and get them into it. This package has other things that we're not really going into, which is, this is what we call a violator, because it's going to break the design by coming in at an angle. And it's add chicken. They're trying to like give you another reason to buy. This also has a recipe here. The sides, microwave direction. It's just packed with information. So you don't have to pack it as much as this. Your package will look like you're going to do a digital version, and there's videos to show you how to do that. If I go to preview. All right, so let's look at the assignment. Here we go, brand identity. Package and brand identity. So there's the description of some of the things I talked about. So hopefully you've watched this video and so you get some idea of what to do. Then you have 4 files, 2 Illustrator files and 2 zip files that are actually Photoshop files. These work together. So the PitchLid AI file and the PitchLid PSD file work together, and likewise the other two. So you'll really only have to do one or the other of these package designs. So, or you can do both if you want. But what you're going to do is design your layout in the Illustrator file, and then you're going to bring it into the Photoshop file, and it will make the package. It will create a sort of 3D version. We've set it up. This is a video about sort of adjusting it. So there's a video here about using the template, the Photoshop template, how to use the mockup. That's what this is. And then this one's about adjusting it. If you need to adjust it, it gives you some fine tuning points. So
You said we have two options?
two options. There's a pitched lid and a rectangular carrying case. It's up to you which one you want to use. A lot of people do both, but you don't have to do both for your grade. So makes sense. And these
Yes.
videos will help you. Yeah. So, you know, by Thursday, you should have your Illustrator file completed. You don't have to complete the whole template. You can if you want, even better. But I will give you some feedback either way, whatever you've got ready by noon on Thursday. So hopefully you can have fun designing and get it all together. This was rather a quick lecture. Do you guys have any questions before I call it a night and let you guys go?
Just real quick, so I don't take the time to look, do we have a discussion this week?
Yes, that's what I was just saying. So,
Okay, so that's what we're posting the discussion is our.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
posting
got
your package design on Thursday and then giving some feedback on Friday.
All right, sorry, I gotcha.
This website I'm showing you right here, it's called thedieline.com. It is a beta. All right, I'm going to copy this and paste this in the discussion too. So this is a professional website of package design, and it's great to look at to see what professionals are doing. And you can search here, like if I wanted to say chocolate, I could search for package designs for chocolate, and what you might use that for, besides inspiration, is sort of seeing what kind of things people put on chocolate packaging. What do they say? This one's really interesting. Little icons, fun stuff. So hopefully it provides some inspiration, a little direction as well. And it's thedieline.com. This actually says beta.thedieline.com because they got a new website. All right. That's going to be it for tonight. I hope you enjoy doing your package, and I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with.
Bye, people.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night.